No excuse, fam. I am your host, Peter Lopez of the Peter Lopez No Excuses YouTube channel / video channel page. It's a lot to say, but we're going to be using this content to change a lot of lives. Guys, today I'm going to talk about one of the most important things in the world. According to a recent New York Times report, 89% of people want to write books, 1% actually does. So I'm going to give you the trade secrets for you to be that 1% that actually finalizes a book. I've had the honor over the last 8 years of publishing close to 1,000 authors. Listen, over 1,000 authors. And I've used this basic book template to guide them on how to finish their book. Guys, it's so basic that I'm going to show you how to do it in 7 to 8 minutes. In today's discussion, I'm going to talk about the importance of book mapping, the importance of visualizing your book, the 2 deadly sins of publishing, and different types of fonts, different types of formatting, and at the end, I'm going to give you a 62-second bonus content. Guys, dead men rule the world today because of what was written yesterday. A book is the most powerful vehicle we have. Matter of fact, Benjamin Franklin said, if you want to become an expert, you have to write a book. And the 3 most important ways to become an expert is through video content, is through podcasting, and creating a book. But the book is the most important part because it validates you as an expert. Now, over the last 500 years, a book hasn't changed. It starts with a front cover. It starts with a back cover, and it starts with the interior. Unless it was a Dead Sea Scroll, books haven't changed. So you want to visualize, the first thing is this. You're going to see this on the template. You're going to have an actual book cover. Now, I talked earlier about the 2 deadly sins of publishing. Guys, listen to me. I want you to hear this. Get a little closer to the screen. A book is judged by its cover. Guys, listen, no excuse, fam. You want to make sure that book cover is popping. You want to make sure it's hot. You want to make sure it's beautiful. Quick secret, go on Google and Google award-winning book covers, and you're going to see over the last few years, covers have evolved. The designers have evolved. The fonts have evolved. You want to make sure this book is nothing that doesn't really connect with your brand. You want it to be high end. So the first deadly sin is a book doesn't sell because of a poor cover. You understand that? You want to make sure that cover is right. So the first thing you're going to do, like this is very basic. Even if you don't have the actual book cover with you, or even if you don't have a printer right now where you are, hand this to me here. I want to show you a real easy way of doing it. So you're going to download my template today. And it's a basic book template. And, of course, a lot nicer. We wrote this up here. But if you don't have an actual printer in your house, you're going to put title, subtitle, and your name. Listen to me. There is something powerful when you put the title of your book, the subtitle of your book, and the author name. So I actually published a book called Excuses, Which One's Yours? Because I was the expert in making excuses. And so let's just say no excuses, right? So the title is No Excuses. I don't want to finish it. And then the subtitle is Stop Making Excuses, right? So you have your title, you have subtitle. You might not need a subtitle. For now, make sure you have the title of the book. If you're not 100% of your title, put something up. And this is the most important part. Your name is Peter Lopez Jr. Guys, put your name on it, and you need to start visualizing, this is my cover, this is my name, and even if it looks this ugly, hey, Rome wasn't built in a day, okay? The next part is super important. You got the copyright page, and don't worry about that because a lot of people tend to say, I don't want you to steal my book. Your book hasn't been published yet. No one's going to steal it. So for now, you don't have to copyright it. Eventually, you're going to do that. The next part is super important. You got that little dedication page. Guys, we've done this mistake. We tend to want to dedicate this book to everybody. No, dedicate this book to your immediate family. Because no one gets offended when you just dedicate it to your wife and kids if you have a wife and kid. If you don't have any wife and kids, dedicate it to your dog. or cat or whatever, but just short dedication. The acknowledgement goes at the end of the book, inside the interior, and you can acknowledge the football coach who told you to run that extra lap, and you can dedicate it to your life coach, and you can dedicate it that's where you spend a lot of time in. The next part is super important, guys. It's your table of content. Now, the actual template is nicer than this, but we're writing this down because maybe you're home and maybe you don't have an actual printer. We want you to write down the table of content. So you're going to put the actual intro, right? Chapters. Here's a rule of thumb. A lot of people tell me, hey, Pete, how did you publish over 1,000 authors over the last 8 years? I tell them, easy. Don't write what you don't know. And when you're done, stop. Because the second deadly sin is this. A book doesn't sell because of poor editing. Guys, don't trust your own editing. Don't trust, and listen, you're not a good editor. You're a good writer. You're called to write the book. Send the book to a good editor. And guys, please don't send it to your school teacher who just corrects books. There's a different form of editing, but we're going to talk about that in future content. So a book doesn't sell because of poor cover, and a book doesn't sell because of poor editing. So you want to make sure the book doesn't have to be 195 pages. It could be 60 pages of great content, because the people's attention, notice now, their attention span has dwindled. So we want to capture their attention. A good short book about not making excuses. So you want to make sure chapter 1 is why the excuse. Chapter 2 is how the excuse. Chapter 3 is where the excuse come from. And then, super important, and I keep saying super important because I want to elaborate on this, you want to have a closing. A lot of people have the intro, they have 7, 8 chapters. You want to have a closing. You want to wrap up the book, why you did the book, and the next part to that is a call to action. Now that you've purchased this book, I'm going to give you a free t-shirt. I'm going to give you a free wristband. I'm going to give you a how to do this. And then there you can put about the author. You could put the actual acknowledgement page. And you can even put a QR code. Guys, consider QR code. We're going to talk about that at the bonus content. So now you finish. You have your front cover. You have the interior, right? Now we go into the back cover. Please, please, please don't put a cheesy picture. This is who you are. Don't put a picture of 30 years ago either. Find a professional photographer. You might have to spend $100, $200. Unless you got someone that is real good in taking pictures, take a professional headshot. Nice, beautiful smile, big cheesy, and you're looking good, or you got that folded arm, whatever. Make sure that headshot looks good. So now you have the back cover, you have that professional picture, okay? Out of that, you're gonna do a short bio. Guys, we don't need to know that you're a rocket scientist and you went to 70 different schools. A short bio is who you are, what you're doing, where you're going, and then over the short bio, you're gonna have a description of the book. Write a short description. There's actually actual editors, which is called back cover copy, that can finish the back of your book and write content, because we call the back cover the silent salesperson on the back of Barnes & Noble. When no one sees you, they look at the cover, they open up the book, and then the back cover calls their attention. So that's important. Make sure they have a short bio with a couple of bullet points on what the book is about. Real quick, why should you consider QR codes? It sounds cheesy. A QR code is a digital stamp that you can scan, and it can take you to your Facebook page. It can take them to their YouTube page. It can take them to their Instagram page to connect with you. You want the author, once he purchases your book is a business. So once he purchases the book, you want him to connect with you. So now look at this real quick. You want to add a workbook. You want to add bonus content. You want to add a journal to the end, and then you want to connect with them. In the future, we're going to talk about ebook. We're going to talk about a hardcover book. We're going to talk about audio book. We're going to talk about Chicago formatting. We're going to talk about the importance of ISBN numbers. We're going to talk about all these different things in the Peter Lopez No Excuse video channel. Guys, do me a favor. #PL template Or also look me up at peterlopez.com. There's an actual book me page there where I will give you a 20-minute coaching consultation on how to get your book published. Guys, it's easy. All you need to know and all you need to do is have the spunk and the willingness to do it. Thank you guys, and I appreciate your time. Have a good day. No excuse, fam. Hey, no excuse, fam. You've come this far. And because you came this far, I'm going to give you 2 extra bonus contents today. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go on www.peterlopezjr.com and you're going to go on the Book Me page. And for the first 5 people that like and share this page, I'm going to give you a free 20-minute consultation on how to execute your brand and get your book out. The second thing I'm going to do for the next 20 people that like and share this book, you're going to get a free ebook titled Excuses, Excuses. We all have them. Which one is yours? Thank you, and I appreciate you.